Hi there, scrappy friends. Thanks so much for checking out this video. Come along with me as I start a new small journal. I think it's about an 8x8. It's just a little Kmart booklet that I picked up, and I'm going to record my reading memories from 2025. So I'm kind of slack, and it actually is quite beneficial that I have been slack in that I now have all my books from 2025, and how I keep these is I'm a digital reader, so I read on Kindle. I very rarely read any paperbacks these days. I love the convenience of being able to take a book with me anywhere I go. I always have my phone so I can read anytime I like, and Kindle is just super convenient for me in my busy life. I don't have to have books sitting around. Anyway, so when I'm reading digitally, after I have finished a book, I will screenshot the cover of the book, and obviously that saves to my photos on my phone. And then I move that to my computer and I save it with the date that I finished reading the book. And so I have a book file on my laptop, and basically I just save the cover images with the date that I read it. And so I have a whole folder dedicated to 2025, and I use that to then print smaller images. So you can see in the top left, I have those smaller images of the books that I've read, and I've now printed all of 2025 out, and the reading journal that you see me creating here is going to be the record of those books read. So there's a bunch of fantastic book elements. You can see this Echo Park sticker sheet, Book Lover I believe is its name, and then I've got a couple of other pieces in my stash that I've just gathered over the years relating to books, but I haven't necessarily created a book journal. So that's what I'm doing today, and I thought for the sake of fun I'd take you along for the ride. And that would give you a chance to not only see these little pages that I create in my book journal, but you can also have a bit of a sticky beak of the books that I've actually been reading. So I have pretty eclectic taste. I will sort of flick between, could be romance, it could be absolute just trash, it could be thriller. I do love a crime novel. So I read a different sort of genre, and sometimes if I'm in a bit of a rut too, I will actually change it up a little bit, and I might not read the same genre consistently. Just to give me a chance to try some different things, and it really just depends on how I feel at the time. All right, so I made my cover page, and as I was making the cover page, I realized that I really didn't have enough pieces pulled from my stash. I didn't really have any stickers that weren't book related. I didn't have any journaling spots or ways to record the books that I'd read. So off camera, from my stash, I have filled up this little tray and pulled out some ephemera, some florals, and this sticker book that had not been used. And again, these are not book themed, but it's purely just reaching from stash, finding different elements and bits and pieces. So this little sticker book is super cute. It's a relatively old one. It's been stashed for a while, and I feel this little booklet is great. This reading journal is really great for stash busting. So things that I probably wouldn't normally put on a layout, I can now pop them onto a little spread of books, and really fun. So I'm keeping it super simple. I'm just printing out the books. I'm not doing reviews on anything. I just want to know how many books I've read, what I've read, and I don't need a whole page to a book. For me, I'm short on time as it is. I work full time. I'm raising a family. it needs to be quick and easy and something that I can consistently return to doing. For these are little monthly spreads. So the first is January and I'm now working on February. You can see anyone who's new here may not know about my tacky glue situation. So in the Queensland heat of summer, I just find that some adhesives don't stick very consistently. So oftentimes I will touch things up and stick them down with some tacky glue, and particularly bigger embellishments if I really want to make sure they're going to stay in place, and of course pattern papers and journaling spots and things like that. I always use tacky glue, purely just, I've found that double-sided adhesive, my craft room is western facing, so it gets lots of sun. So if anything is stored in there, the heat just pretty much destroys double-sided adhesive. So I do like to use a lot of tacky glue, and if you're in Queensland or you find your albums falling apart, you might find a tip in terms of using a bit of extra glue. All right, so in terms of recording which books I've read, the image says what the title of the book was. I'm scrapping them by month, so you can see I've got a January spread, a February spread, and I decided to do March in a full page just to kind of mix it up a bit. And again, I'm just pulling bits and pieces from stash. There's nothing super technical about this kind of creating. It's really just a chance to sit down and create. There's no pressure. I quite enjoyed the sit down for the half an hour that I spent putting together these book spreads, and of course I felt compelled to share it with you. So hopefully this is something that you find quite valuable, and if you're interested in starting your own book journal, then check it out, or visit Instagram. I found lots of Instagrammers that were creating these book journals, and found some really fun layouts the way they create them. So this is just my take. This is how I like to scrap. I like to make layers and use lots of stickers, patterned papers, and so it's a really fun way to scrap, and I think it's great for stash busting. If there are things that you've had in your stash for a while, like whether it be stickers or patterned papers, using them in a journal like this is really fun. They don't have to be super coordinated. Like you can see here, I'm mixing a bunch of different colors here with that background paper that's sort of fairly navy and got some different pinks and magentas and things, and just mixing it up with different colors and really using stash and bits and pieces. So I found this quite enjoyable, and hopefully you did too. I'm not sure when I will get a chance to do this. I'm fairly busy at the moment, but hopefully I'm going to set myself a challenge to actually get it finished and share it with you here. So definitely drop a comment if you're interested in seeing as I continue to create more in this journal, because if you want to see more, that will inspire me to actually get it created and get it finished. So that's a really great way for me to be motivated. If you want to see more, definitely drop a comment. So one of my favorite ways to journal is little journaling spots, and you'll often find them in I get a lot of them out of the 12 by 12 Simple Stories collection packs, and I find them quite valuable. So I'm using a lot of journal spots, which again can sometimes be hard to find in my stash, but certainly I dug through and found a few different ones, and using those to record those memories, and they're great to add sticker layers to as well. I haven't got super technical in terms of mixed media, because this book is not going to have any cover pages. It's not going to go into page protectors. It's just literally going to sit a book on a shelf. I don't want too much depth and dimension, and certainly yeah, adding mixed media would have just complicated those backgrounds and bulked them up, which I didn't necessarily want. So really just keeping it simple, some backgrounds, some stickers, and yeah, having fun with creativity. It's so this little spread that you're watching now, I realized I cut that top pattern paper far too large, and yeah, I had to sort of improvise in terms of making the next little spread. But I think, yeah, the elements that I had at my disposal here, the stickers, the yeah, the book of stickers, the pattern papers that I'd pulled, and little journaling spots, this just came together so easily. And that's what I love about the simple creations that you can make. You know, it doesn't have to be hard, it doesn't have to be a struggle, it can just be fun. So that is where I'm going to leave you today, sharing this book journal and the different books that I've read and how I'm recording those. Hopefully I'll get back to this soon and share another one of these. But yeah, definitely leave a comment if you enjoyed this or you want to see more. Very much happy to see comments and have you visiting my channel. So if you're here, thank you so much. And hopefully I'll get to share a video with you soon. As always, happy scrapping.